And it's now a 5.5-game lead on the Mets in the NL East. Time now for Front Office Insights, presented by Sage. He is one of the most accomplished executives in baseball. 5 pennants with 4 teams, 2 World Series titles. Phillies president of baseball operations, Dave Dombrowski. Dave, it's Brian Kenny. Great to have you back on the show.
Thanks, Brian. Great to be with you.
Give me your assessment. Big picture, what do you think of your club?
Well, I think we have a good club. I think we have as good a chance to win as anybody in baseball. We have solid starting pitching as, again, the top line in the game. Our bullpen has really been enforced with Duran coming with our ball club and Robertson joining us. We played much better defense than we have in past years, and we have enough offense. So it's always key hitting at that time coming through in the clutch. But I like our ball club and think we have a chance to compete with anybody.
Okay, you've had success last 4 years, Dave, 87, 90, 95 wins. You're on pace for 94 this year. How do you gauge success, and can you build a club for the postseason, or is that just small sample size theater and there's not much you can do?
No, I think you can. I hear that a lot, but I still think you can try to build your club for the postseason. Now, realization, there's still much more chance when you're in a short series. Anything can happen in a short series, but still I think that there's certain factors come into play. Usually it's if you have good starting pitch and a quality bullpen, if you pitch well and play good defense, well, you'll hopefully scrape enough runs together. I think it's more than chance to just do that, usually compared to a slugging club if you don't have very good pitching. But again, I realize there's more chance. There's a bloop that falls in that costs you a ball game that over 162 games doesn't mean very much. But first of all, you try to win your division. That's what we're going to try to do. Try to accomplish a bye if that's possible, and then be in a position where you advance from there.
Well, Jhoan Duran, you brought him up 4 games, 4 saves. That has to feel good. There were other good relievers out there, Dave, very good relievers. What made you go after Duran specifically?
Well, he wasn't the only specifically one we went after. We were engaged in about everybody that was out there. We thought he was the best, but we didn't know we were going to get him by any means. In fact, at one time, I was a little bit surprised when I got a call back from Derek Falvey and says, well, you've got yourself a reliever. We were thrilled. So because I knew there were a lot of clubs in on him, and you just never know how that goes. So we were talking to all of them. We were open on all of them. I think Duran, we had something in our notes the other day, which was game notes put together by our group, that in the history of Major League Baseball, the number 1 save percentage person is Eric Gagne. Number 2 is John Smoltz. Number 4 is Mariano Rivera, and Jhoan Duran fits in at number 3. So it tells you the type of company that he's in, and we think he's that type of quality reliever. So he was at the top of our list, and we were fortunate enough to get him.
So you're working the phones. That's interesting. You're working the phones. I know this is when the Mets were getting their relievers, and you didn't know everything could fall out. Or were you then on the next phone call?
Well, we were on everybody, really, because I just didn't know what was going to happen. So then the day that we acquired Duran there, we were in a position where Derek said, well, I'm going into a meeting with ownership at 5 o'clock. I'll get back to you afterwards to let you know where everything stands. Well, we were still talking to other clubs in the meantime.
Right.
We were going to wait for the phone call, but you just didn't want somebody else to get traded in the meantime, and you weren't aware what was going to take place, and you lose somebody that may not be your number 1, but you think is an improvement for your ball club. So between myself, Preston Mattingly, other people in our office there, you're in constant contact with organizations at that time.
It's got to be a crazy day. David Robertson, age 40 season, called up yesterday. Again, last year, very good for you, 72 innings, 99 strikeouts. Why did it happen so deep into the season? Was that his preference? How did that happen?
Well, in talking to him, he was with the Rangers last year, and he was in a position. He had a certain number this year that he wanted to sign in the beginning of the year for a contract. Didn't happen for him, so he decided see how he felt later in the year. So it was really his druthers to do that. We kept in constant contact. I'd say probably in May, we called him just to touch base when we were looking at trade deadline and acquisitions and adding to our bullpen. So we were in contact. Ned Rice office called him regularly at that point. But we're in a position where he finally said, okay, now I'm ready to go. I'm going to throw. We went and we saw him throw at that time with one of our scouts and followed up about 10 days later. So we were in constant contact with them during that time. But there were other organizations doing the same thing. So we were fortunate. He wanted to play with the Phillies. We were in a position we made a solid offer. And again, fortunately, he joined us.
Staying with the bullpen, Jose Alvarado eligible to come back August 19th off the drug suspension. No postseason, though. So how will you and Rob Thompson work that where he's going to be with you for that month and then suddenly postseason, he's not with you?
Well, first and foremost, we want to win the division, have the best record we can. So he'll fit into our bullpen how we can. He'll be in a premium spot, I'm sure. He's already throwing great at AAA for us right now. He's throwing like he was before he left us. And then we'll have to make the adjustment just as it was an injured player going into the postseason. And so for us, the one advantage we have is with the solid starting pitching we have. They're not all going to be able to start for us in the postseason. So somebody will move into the bullpen. We have some left-handers, and I would think one of them will take a spot for him at that time in the postseason. But first and foremost, Jose will help us hopefully get to that point.
And I know you can't go there on this, but you bet big on Kyle Schwarber. It's paid off beautifully. He's getting better. Contract year. Has there been contact? What are your feelings and impressions on Schwarber?
Well, he's great. I mean, I can't say one bad thing about Kyle Schwarber. He's a tremendous hitter, clutch hitter, leader in the clubhouse. He's everything that you want with the club. We'd love to have him back in the organization for years to come. No, it probably won't be easy, but he's in a situation that he's shined as a Philly. The organization loves him. The fans love him. And I think he enjoys being part of the organization. But then we'll wait and see what happens. But we're welcoming him with open arms by all means.
Okay, you went big on him, though, specifically, right? You were not afraid to go big on what was thought at the time as big.
Well, we did. But it was a situation. First of all, he had a down year the 1 year. But he was had the pedigree, high draft choice, quality hitter. And the one thing about Schwarber, anywhere that you talked and the homework that you did, he is a leader in the clubhouse. He's a winner. He's a unique person. You're not just going to pay for that, but he has the ability that he has. Plus, he brings those intangibles to the club. So he was somebody that we thought was very important to our organization. We were in a position we hadn't won in a long time. He's a proven winner, and we thought it would be a very important person, not only in the lineup, but what he could bring to us as a teammate and as a leader in our club.
Is delivered in every way. Dave Dombrowski with the Phillies' 5.5-game lead. Dave, great having you back on the program. Thank you so much for your time.